Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of the All Japan Pro Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. As it is Battleground, is this episode for episode 27. Of course, the big main event for Battleground 5v5 elimination matchup. The winning team is the winning promotion of this war that's going on for basically half the year. Little under half a year because I don't think it officially started until the Excite Series tour. But yeah, I mean, this has been a lot of fun to just have this kind of mini invasion of New Japan into All Japan and do a lot of dream matches. And I think having a Battleground type show, we did the obviously Super Power Series where we had it be like, as far as like a show that had a as far as whichever had the most wins, and of course it was a draw. And now here we are for Battleground. This is exactly what we want to do as far as being able to have a big-ass 5v5 elimination matchup. 5 of the very best of All Japan, 5 of the very best of New Japan, battling it out, and to see what is the surviving team and what promotion will be left standing as the winner. Should be a lot of fun to see how that all plays out. So the teams look like this as far as in the rest of the card. So we're going to have it be a 5-match card. Battleground, we wanted to have the kind of illusion that we don't know how long this 5v5 elimination matchup is. So at least we're going to have, as far as 2 undercard matches, 2 mid-card matches, and then our main event. It's the All Japan side. Kira Taue, Kenta Kobashi, Mitsuo Amasawa, Toshiaki Kawada, and Ultimo Dragon teaming up as the 5 team. Of course, the 4 pillars with Ultimo Dragon, and then for the New Japan side, Jushin Thunder Liger, 3 Musketeers, of course, Shinya Hashimoto, Masahiro Chono, Kaiji Muto, and Genichiro Tenryu as the 5th guy. What a team. As far as you have 10 guys that are going to perform probably close to 90 and above, and I think that should be one hell of a matchup to see what will be the winning team. Then the co-main, we're gonna have an all-Asia tag team title matchup. It's Big Van Vader and 2 Cold Scorpio going to get their rematch against Crusher Bam Bam and Johnny Ace. Now that 2 Cold Scorpio is back to 100%. We're gonna have an 8-man junior matchup of All Japan versus New Japan. Dean Malenko, Hayabusa, Tiger Mask 3, and Wild Pegasus taking on Brad Armstrong, El Samurai, Naruki Sano, and then Wellington Wilkins Jr. So this idea, mainly because, the Super J Cup's coming up, so we wanted to have a little building block to that, and plus it's kind of like a lesser tier of the elimination match, where, instead of the heavyweights plus, having Liger and Ultimo Dragon in there, but having nothing but juniors involved. I think it should be a fun little match, though. And it's a nice 8-man tag. I think, the guys involved, like Dean's going to do great, Hayabusa's going to do great, and there's going to be some good ratings in that matchup. Then we're going to have British Combat Club take on Riki Choshu and Shiro Kashinaka, of course, the team that fell short to the All-Asia Tag Team title matchup in Choshu and Kashinaka. And we'll see how the British Combat Club will do against them. And to kick off the show, 6-man tags, basically Inoki with Yamasaki and Fujinami against Baba and the Technical Technician Squad. So again, taking those 2 singles matches we did at the Super Power Series, putting them into one. I feel like this is a good idea, mainly to have the fallout, since we had the draw between Yamasaki and Fujinami against Tactical Technician Squad, to do a rematch of that, plus adding Baba and Inoki into it as well. Should be a lot of fun to see how this all plays out. So Battleground, the Road to Battleground shows. There's 2 Road to shows. There's an All Japan one, and there's a New Japan one. The first one is All Japan, so it's going to be nothing but All Japan guys. And then the New Japan one, obviously, it's going to be nothing but New Japan guys. Just to kind of build up to the anticipation of this final match, we wanted to kind of showcase the best of both promotions. But also, both nights are going to have press conferences with the elimination teams, as far as having the All Japan and New Japan guys together, kind of like a touring aspect of them promoting the match, because this match, it's the biggest match in the history of Japanese pro wrestling in a way. We're really trying to build it up as that, and we'll see how it all plays out. As far as the 2 nights, we have pre-booked some stuff, 4 matches I believe, and then the press conferences for each night. So as far as for the main event for this night, probably the Stan Hansen Dance Spivey British Combat Club match. Dance British Combat Club will get the win. Smiley's going to beat Dance Spivey. So they've had matches only during the Tag League. They had a 91 the last time they had a Tag League matchup. So should do very well, though, obviously. There's two great teams there. Then we'll probably go with the Crushers of Destruction against the Fantastics. As, of course, we'll give that win to the team of Crusher Bam Bam. And, basically the Crushers of Destruction there, getting the win. Is Bam Bam going to get the win. Doesn't really matter who takes that fall there. And the Gladiator Titans against Shin Akiyama and Takeo Omori. Big win for Takeo Omori and Shin Akiyama as they're going to beat the Gladiator Titans. It's the first time matchup. And Takeo Omori's going to beat Big Titan. Yeah, I figured he'd beat... Oh, he's still a young lion? Jesus Christ, Takeo Omori. The longest young lion run ever, it seems like. Experience is close to it, though. Man. Well, Drew Nakayama will get the win, though, at least. Because we know he's not a young lion anymore. And Hideki Ozaka against Yuji Nagata to kick off the show. Is Hideki Ozaka gonna get the win over Yuji Nagata. Of course, young lion guy versus established guy. Then the press conference as they reveal their teams. Which, of course, we probably ran through the teams. And obviously, we can't run through everybody in our angle because there's only a limitation of, I think it's 8 guys? 2, 4, yep. Figured so. But yeah, just, the reveal of the teams and, and that's, really putting over the fact that, this is a huge deal. We're trying to make it, as far as having... Press conferences seem to be, like, a big go-to for me for some reason, the Japanese press companies. They have, like, press conferences, but kind of during this time, not so much. So it's kind of a different avenue of what usually Japanese press guys, or Japanese press companies really would do. But it is what it is. Okay, so this is the New Japan guys. We gotta get rid of that. To the no brand. See who's left. As far as I would love to see maybe a Taz singles matchup against a important guy if we can. Yeah, like Taz and maybe Taz and Funaki, that'd be fun. Or Taz and Kensuke Sasaki. It's weird again, we somebody brought this up in the comment section. I forgot who exactly it was, but just kind of saying like, it's weird that Kensuke Sasaki is considered an All Japan guy in this, because it is very weird. I know we used him during the late '80s series on TEW 2016 as part of All Japan, and he was, as far as being signed away from New Japan, but obviously, he would be, mainly used as a New Japan guy. It's just kind of, obviously, I think we signed him. Yeah, we signed him the year before, so really, we could have had him be on the New Japan side, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal, especially if we would have teamed him up with Choshu instead of doing Shiro Kashinaka and Kensuke Sasaki. Probably would have been a better team as far as having Kensuke Sasaki and Riki Choshu instead. But keeping him on the All Japan side, I think maybe hindsight, that probably been a mistake, because it probably would have helped beef up the New Japan side a little bit. But what can you do? Sometimes you're going to make mistakes. Just happens. Yeah, so we need... Yeah, we just need 3 more matches. So we'll go with the tag next. Let's see what we got. I always love a Firecat Jinsei Shinzaki match anytime we're able to do it. And we'll have Joe and Dory Funk Jr. team up. So we'll have Joe get a win over Jinsei Shinzaki. We've had done this before, yeah. Yeah, a couple of times. Last time was during the Champion Cardinal, which Joe and Dory, of course, got the win. Back-to-back wins there. Yeah, we need to steal the show match. And then probably one more match, and we'll be good to go. So, the steal the show match. Let's see what we get here. So I kind of want to keep everybody that's on that main card not on the card. It's kind of tough to do, but I think we'll be pretty close. Let's have Tsuyoshi Kikuchi and Tiger Mask 3 team up against Fuchi and Ogawa. Have a fun little Holy Demon Army, Super Generation Army matchup. this be the steal of the show match as Tiger Mask 3 gonna get the win over Okawa, and it's a fun little building block to the Super J Cup. Yeah. Put that, probably go here with that one. Then the final match we gotta add. Let's see what we get. Johnny Smith. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad call. You can also have Sasuke. Is Vampire? Oh, Sasuke and Vampire. That'd be a fun little match, actually. Let's do that. Let's give a win to the great Sasuke, though. Sasuke is the man. We've seen him be over enough to where it starts to really click. As, yeah, that is the card. We will bump this up and see what happens. As far as a 70 for the press conference, it's not bad. Not a bad rating. 52 for the opener. Hideki Ozaki and Yuji Nagata. Nagata with the taking the building bomb, even though he outperformed Hideki Ozaki. Shout out Yuji Nagata though. Once he's out of the Young Lion phase, to the moon with that one. To the moon. As a 61 for Joe and Dory Funk Jr. against Fire Ken Jin Seichunzaki. Not a bad little matchup though. I know it was rated poor in the game, but for as far as a 60 for Fire Ken, that's not bad at all. And mid-50s there from Dory Funk Jr. and Joe Malenko. That's not bad for a tour show. I didn't realize we were in Corkin. As Kensuke Sasaki getting the win of the Northern Lights bomb over Taz in 10 minutes. Obviously, Kensuke killing it. 66 for Vampiro and the great Sasuke. Vampiro did outperform him, so that's a tough break, but Thunder Fire Power Bomb for Sasuke. 10 minutes, though. Probably should have given that a little bit more time. But that's alright. That's a 70 for the Gladiator Titans against Jun Akiyama and Takeo Mori. At least Akiyama outperformed Big Titan, but yeah, once Takeo Mori gets on that same level as Jun Akiyama, that's going to be a fun addition to the tag division. 74 for Fuchida Okawa, Tiger Mask 3 and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. The Moonsault for Tiger Mask 3, as, yeah, Fuchi, I think just age is starting to hit him a little bit, if I had to guess. This was a steal the show match, so, yeah, just low morale, actually. So we gotta get his morale back up. Tony Rogers breaks his neck in this 6-man. Man, another broken neck. Fucking dangerous is what we are. And, greetings from MSB report from Bam Bam on Jackie Fulton in 20 minutes. I mean, that's... You can't have that. But an 85 for the main event. It's Norman Smiley tapping out Dan Spivey with the Norman Conquest. It's a good match, though. In 85, I'll gladly take that for a tour show. Yeah. Nice little crease star pop and whatnot. Some good stuff. As, on to Night 2 of the Road 2 show. Alrighty, so Night 2 is the New Japan side of these Road 2 shows. As far as the main event goes, this is probably it that we have. Onoki and Fujinami against Hase. And I want to say Suzuki. Yeah, this is kind of like the new guard versus old guard matchup, as Hase is going to beat Onoki. Which, yeah, I figured Onoki would be super pissed about that, but we're really trying to get Hase over the moon. At least he puts him over. I was a little afraid that was not going to be able to go through. So yeah, we just have a lot of undercard stuff kind of pre-booked after that. This is probably the next best thing, as far as the Kiyosato and Akatoshi Saito against Tenno's Evolution of Shinichi Nakano. And I forgot George has the broken neck, so we have to use Kaneki Kobayashi here. So now we have to change this again. So yeah, we, slight edit. Shinichi Nakano get the win, though, over Akio Sato. Flash Smash against Tenkoji. As a Flash Smash, of course, will be getting the win in 10 minutes. Then Aogi and Kakuta in another 10-minute matchup, as Aogi's going to get the win there. So yeah, mainly we just have to add a lot more like mid card and upper mid card matches. Maybe even a better main event. Who knows? But yeah, then it's just that both teams take questions as they prepare for the biggest match in this year's Japanese Pro Wrestling. Yeah. Pretty huge. So I think a Vader 2 Cold Scorpio tag match would make a lot of sense here. Oh yeah, I mean we can Herman Renting and Willie Peters. Good shout. Yeah, we'll have this be the Steal the Show match, I guess. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Vader getting the win. Originally, Vader was going to be part of that the elimination matchup, but I just felt like it'd be better to have him and 2 Cold Scorpio get their rematch. Just seemed like a better idea. Bump this way up. This is going to be tough to really fill because, again, you know, look at all, like, we don't have a lot of New Japan guys left. So, yeah, we'll have Choshu and Kashinaka. And we'll do the Hiro Saito Hanaga team. Choshu going to get the win. We'll probably give this a little bit more time, I guess, but should not be getting a lot more time. Just so happens that they get a little bit more. Because, yeah, this is not a great card. I'll be honest. This is not great at all. So we got... I almost want to just run this. Just have 6 matches. Because I don't think we'll have enough to fill. If we still... Yeah, we'll have O'Hara lose to... Let's go with Akira. I think we did this before. Yeah, no, first time. Go with the 10-minute match here. Akira getting the win. And then we'll probably go with another singles. Suzuki Sano against Black Cat. Even though he's supposed to transition to a ref at this time, we need the bodies. So there we go. That would be his retirement match for us, and then he'll be a ref full time. Hell of a retirement match. So I think we should be good to go, though. Yeah, we are good to go. Let's run night 2 of yeah. I mean, did the 73 again. The press conferences going over pretty nicely. Can't hate that. A lot of good stuff there. The 62 for Kieran O'Hara. Akira with the submission win at 9:56. 64 for a Masashi Iwagi against Nobaki Kakuta. I got a 61. Or 64, rather, excuse me. 61, though, for Iwagi. 61 here for Flasher Smash against Tenkoji. Kojima's injury still slowing him down. Tenzan was off his game. But the Flash Breaker for Scott Norton over Tenzan. 71 for Nuki Sano and Black Cat, which they have great chemistry. So shout out those two. Scoop Brainbuster there for Nuki Sano and 10:29. 56 for Akitoshi Saito and Kiyosato against Shinichi Nakano and Naki Kobayashi. Really should have put this way lower on the card. That match fucking sucked. 75 though for Big Van Vader and 2 Cold Scorpio against Herman Renting and Willie Peters. Vader bomb for Big Van Vader. Nice performance, though, from Vader, obviously doing a lot of the heavy lifting and carrying that matchup. 70 for Choshu and Kashinaka against Saito and Hanaga. As Choshu with the Sasori Katame. And 16-11. Choshu, best guy of the match, but yeah, that match not great either. And a 70 for our main event as well. Yeah, I mean, the New Japan side, when we're not booking the top guys, it falls apart. For sure. As Hase and Azuka against, as far as getting the win over Inoki and Fujinami in 20 minutes, is Hase over Inoki with the Northern Lights suplex. Hase, though, was the best guy in the match, so there is that. Somehow, as far as it being a tour show, still goes over pretty well. So, I guess you can't fault that. If you're doing like mid 70s and all that jazz, I mean, still, it's not a bad show for a tour show, but you want to be at least in the 80s. Like, that's what I just hope for, but that sucks, though. But nights 1 and 2 of the Road 2 shows are over, and now on to the final show for potentially All Japan or New Japan as a brand. We shall see. Alrighty, Battleground, as we're going to be in the Tokyo Dome, which makes sense, because that's as big as we're going to get, at least for the time being, until the National Stadium gets built, which will not be getting built, so, during the save. Unfortunately for us, Terry Funk entertained the locker room by organizing a poker tournament, and our matches, as far as, we'll wait to the end for the elimination match. We'll go in reverse order for the sake of this video. Sunoki, Yamasaki, and Fujinami against Giant Baba and the Technical Tactician Squad. So this is a Steal the Show match as Fujinami will be beating Funaki. We're going to make that be Minoru Tanaka because Minoru Tanaka got hurt. He has a, I think, cracked tailbone, a bruised tailbone, so just it's going to make a lot of things easier going forward if we just have him be involved in that matchup. Yeah, then the British Combat Club against Kashinaka and Choshu. It's Norman Smiley going to get the win over Shira Kashinaka. It's going 20 minutes there. No surprise there, Norman Smiley and Steven Regal, the much better team. Just bump that up. Then the 8-man of the junior matchups between the All Japan New Japan guys. Tiger Mask 3 getting the win over Wellington Wilkins Jr. there. That's a fun match, though. I think this should go over really, really well. There's a lot of talented guys. Like, Brad Armstrong's in that match, and I'm excited to see how that one plays out. Then Big Van Vader, Too Cold Scorpio against the Crushers of Destruction, Johnny Ace. And Bam Bam will retain, as they're going to beat Too Cold Scorpio and Big Van Vader, so that's going to be a successful retain for them. Then in our main event. So, the two survivors for All Japan are going to be Kawada and Misawa. Everybody's going to get eliminated from the New Japan side that's left. So, having, Taue and Kobashi, Ultimo Dragon, they'll get eliminated. I will say Ultimo Dragon's going to pin Jushin Liger. Taue's going to get pinned by Tenryu. Kobashi's going to pin Chono. And then Ultimo Dragon is going to get pinned by Kaiji Muto. So then that will make it basically 3-on-2. Masao's going to pin both Tenryu and Muto, and then Kawada's going to pin Shinya Hashimoto. It's basically how the elimination process would be. It's going to be 56 minutes, so we're going to go a while. That's a long-ass time, but I think that's a perfect amount. We don't want to go too far above, 60, and I think this is a perfect time for it. But All Japan stands tall as the winning promotion. But afterwards, we have the celebration, and immediately we see the press conference as All Japan is the... we'll just say, is the winner. Just a celebration. Seeing Tosha Kawada and Mitsuha Misawa kind of embrace the, having those two guys being the sole survivors. I think it's a fun dynamic, obviously. And you also have Kenta Kobashi comes back out, and same thing for Taue, and, and Ultimo Dragon. Just a nice little celebration there. And afterwards, press conference. As the post-show press conference, Giant Baba So it's just Baba. Inoki's not there, as you know, Inoki's with his guys after seeing them lose. Baba, is like, listen, we've been through war now. We've had almost a full 6 months of nothing but chaos and war and infighting between the two brands. Battleground, this was the end. And the only way to move forward is through peace. This is a coming together point. Me and Inoki, we split in 1972 away from Rikidozan and starting our own promotions and to come back now. It was this is how it's meant to be. We're not supposed to be split up like this. It's been tremendous for business, but it's also been tremendous to know that both of us are at the top of the mountain. We're not infighting anymore. We've come together, and this has been really a blessing in disguise. So going forward, All Japan, New Japan, no more. Now, it will be United Japan Pro Wrestling. UJPW will be unifying the championships. We'll also be doing, in September, the Rikidozan Memorial Cup during a tournament. As far as the tournament will be called the Royal Road Tournament, but the cup will be the Rikidozan Memorial Cup. And it will be an open weight tournament. The winner of that tournament not only get the Rikidozan Memorial Cup, but will also become the number one contender, unless the champion is the winner. But even then, Baba says maybe the champion will not even be involved in the tournament to give him a September break, and letting challengers battle out. So, just Bobby's even kind of spitting out that maybe, we'll have it, the champion will not be involved. And also says that after the Super J Cup, after the Summer Action Series, there will be a Best of Super Juniors determined throughout a round-robin tournament to determine who's going to be the winning juniors out of two blocks. And, as far as laying out the schedule, what's going to happen now as the UJPW, not All Japan, not New Japan. So this was not only the end of New Japan, but also the end of All Japan. Just like that. No more All Japan, no more New Japan. They come together as one. I think that's right. I think that's the as far as I thought about maybe going back with the JWA, bringing that back, and as far as a homage to as far as what Japan was back then, as far as before the split. Thought that was a fun idea, but I love this logo. I really do. I absolutely love this logo, and it'd be weird to call it JWA with having this logo, and I've just felt like, why not? They're united, it's formed into one logo, so why not just call it United Japan Pro Wrestling, UJPW? So that's basically the thought process there. And as far as to see, the first UJPW event will be the Super J Cup, and I think that's a fun idea because the J Cup, the idea behind it, the real J Cup, was getting Japanese juniors from all over, from Mochinoku Pro, from New Japan, from as far as also around the world, from Mexico, and just the unification of kind of the best of the best. That idea, I think, is kind of great, and that's kind of the idea now of United Japan Pro Wrestling. It's the best of the best. We'll see how it goes, though. As far as the show, it's a 64 for the opener, which that opener was not great. Not great at all, but Tetsuya Fujinami gets the one with the Dragon Suplex in 10-20. I also had an idea with having Inoki splitting from us and starting IGF. That was another idea, but I felt like that was going to be a little too much. taking some of the New Japan guys with them, which wouldn't have been that terrible of an idea, though, at the same time, but I just felt like that would be a little too much work on my part, because we'd have to, make a Nokia user, basically have a player two, have a Nokia split, start his own promotion, and all that jazz, which could have been a fun idea, though, at the same time, but I just feel like it's the best to just unite them as one. It's really at the end of the day. But yeah, 64 there. Not great. 86, though, for British Combat Club against Choshu and Kashinaka, as Norman Smiley getting a submission with the Norman Conquest. Two teams with excellent chemistry, though, and of course, Norman Smiley and Steven Regal in the 90s. Both of them, tremendous team. They have been doing a really good job as an 83 for the 8-man. The junior heavyweight 8-man, as the New Japan side gets the win. Or the All Japan side, rather, gets the win over the New Japan side. Tiger Mask 3 pinning Wellington Wilkins Jr. with the moonsault. See Hayabusa, Di Malenko, and Tiger Mask 3 all doing very, very well. Also Brian Armstrong as well. Really, nobody did terrible. Everybody in this match was pretty good. It's pretty good. So you can't beat that. Got the crowd hotter, too. The All Asia Tag Team title matchups in 87, as the Crushers of Destruction beating Big Van Vader and Too Cold Scorpio again, as the Super Ace Crusher there, as Johnny Ace pinning Too Cold Scorpio. Obviously love that finish, and I just feel like they're a much more polished team compared to Vader and Too Cold, and keeping that win again. And I think it was a fun little rematch to have as well. And our main event, I was hoping it'd be 100 or 99, but we'll take it, I guess, as the 96. So yeah, this is all fucked up. I love how Kaiji Muto was supposed to be left, and like Masao was going to be like the third elimination. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen. Also, seeing the All Japan guys go down literally 4-1, and Kawada eliminates all those guys, that would have been insane. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen. But tremendous stuff, though. To have a 96 like that in a 56-minute match, that takes a lot. That's a lot of stamina involved, and a lot of guys did a really good job, obviously. And Tenryu, though, I think was the best guy in this match. He was. So that's cool for Genichiro Tenryu, but All Japan stands tall over New Japan. They are the winners of the Battleground event, and they are the winners of the war. And now, after war, there is peace. There's a unification process. Laying out the schedules, Baba, in a huge press conference. And boy, oh boy, just like that. All Japan and New Japan, no more. Under one banner, United Japan Pro Wrestling. We're going to give love to everybody that was a big part of that main event. So Tenryu, Masao, and Kawada, probably the idea. Great shit, though. I mean, you can't beat that. I think that did a lot of great business as far as to be able to do that invasion. I think that, as far as doing an invasion like that with another company, especially with us, with All Japan and New Japan, because All Japan was a little bit more one-sided compared to New Japan. We were a little bigger as far as guys, and also I think our talent pool was a little bit stronger. So when you have something like that, you have to not only try to elevate those guys as much as you can, but also it has to be kind of short, because if it goes on too long, it kind of becomes redundant. And I think having like a 6-month angle, I think that was probably for the best. I think that's a great feather in the cap for both New Japan to be able to have a match like that and almost be on the same level. I mean, they had a lot of guys that were on the same level as us. So I think really the top level, it works because New Japan had the talent to do it, but also I think as a whole, it wasn't going to work because New Japan just didn't have the roster that we had. But at least having a 5v5 to end it all just made sense. Just made sense from that perspective. But thank you all for watching this episode as far as this special Battleground. And now we go to the Super J Cup. So another kind of shortish episode compared to what we usually do here on the series. But yeah, I mean, I think this is... now we're going into the UJPW era of this series. So not even All Japan. Should be a lot of fun to kind of see where we go from here. As far as basically, we still have another 5 more years to go through, which is pretty nuts to think. Because I was going to end it at 2000, and obviously this series has taken a dramatic turn compared to what I thought. I definitely did not expect any of this to happen when I started this series. But here we are, and we're trying to make the best of it, and we're trying to make it a fun series for everybody. So thank you all again, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.